Hi guys, this is Heidi stitching Faye back with the FLosstube update video. Today is Sunday, 1 week before Easter Sunday. I forgot the date. So I am trying to do before the Easter Sunday. I won't be able to. I do have a whole bunch of finishes that are Easter related and starts. I have plans. I have market haul. Yes, I did market haul. It's not as big as I thought, but it is. And then we were cleaning up our garage. My husband and I will been purging our garage and everything. And I discovered a whole bunch of plastic containers of flat ornaments, like 20-year-old ornaments and stuff. I thought it would be interesting if we all go through them and see my change of style, change of what I'm stitching, fabrics I'm using from like early 2000 till now. I thought that would be interesting experiment too. If you guys are interested, after the update, I will let you guys know when the regular update is over, so we can go through that. That said, I do want to just jump into the cross stitching, but I do want to thank everybody that has last couple of weeks. I have been neglecting, but people have been mentioning my channel through their stories, through their posts, hashtags, FLosstubes on Instagram, and I do want to thank each and every one, but I realize the list is big because I want to include a lot of people. I am gonna post everybody's name, either Instagram or FLosstube, depends if the people have FLosstube, and please go check it out. Thank you every single one of you for including me in your posts or recognizing my channel. I am really honored and humbled by everybody's kind mentions and every inclusion to your stitchy community. That said, I'm gonna start. Like, I have 4 finishes. I have 2 new starts and some regular whips. That will be my update, then we'll go to the haul. So I'm gonna start from the very first one. Last video I showed you guys, fancy that, and this is called folk art bunny and tree. I changed a lot of stuff. I'm gonna keep it up like this so you guys can see. The pattern is asking for 28 count, so I did change to 40 count, and it's still huge stitching. It's big. It's not a lot of stitching, but it's a lot. It takes a lot of real estate. I took out all this checkered stuff. I thought it was too outdated. Changed the clothing. Of course, it's asking for hand-dyed floss from 1997. The colors are not even gonna be the same, so I chose stuff from my own stash, lowered the tree and everything. So no further ado, let me just show my first finish, my Easter finish. Ta-da! So this one is stitched on 40 count Murky Sea linen by XQ Design. This linen was the reason I wanted to stitch Easter, and I'm gonna stitch one more Easter chicks. It's from the Brenda Jerez with dyed needle and thread. It's a newer pattern, leftover fabric from this. So this fabric, originally I started it for sampler, but I did not like the way muted sampler looked on the fabric, but this was ideal for the Easter. So let me see if I have a scissor. I don't want to point with my finger. I'll show all the changes. The biggest one is, of course, the colors. This B was supposed to be over here, but because it's a larger, because I'm using 40 counts, I pulled it down. I know, 5-cent lemonade. There's no such thing. Our neighbors, a couple of years ago, kids were selling lemonades for 75 cents or $1. So inflation, 1997, that tells the dates. So the pots, I rearranged it because the bark of the tree, I shortened it. Like this one, I could have shortened a little bit more, but I didn't think of that until I got here and I realized, oops, although I counted it, it's supposed to be 230 by 100 something, but it did not fit, so I had to shorten a lot. So this bigger pot's supposed to be in here, but it would hit the flower, so I changed it. I also put lime and lemon. It says lemonade, but I had this bright lime color also, so I figured it, why not? If the bunny can wear a jumper and sell a lemonade, a tree can have lime and lemon. So let me just show you guys. This was such a delight to stitch, such a therapeutic. I started it and finished it. This is, I wasn't sure what it is, but they are birds. They look like blocks. So interesting thing happened. It doesn't look like really iron. I should have known. I knew about it, but I forgot about it. I should have ironed it before I attached the buttons. So what I did, I was getting ready. I'm like, oh, it's really wrinkled. So I was ironing my stuff and put the iron on this one. Of course, immediately I took it off. I realized it. My clay button did not like that. So don't iron over the clay button. It is a clay. I knew about it, but I thought like, oh, what's gonna happen if I just go lightly? It doesn't like it. So for me, before I even frame it or whatever I do, I'm gonna take this button. The bees, I can go around it, but this is a big one and it says parts. So this roof is clay, glued separately. The roof part got separated a little bit. So I have to take off the button, iron it, then put it back. So yeah, my first finish, and hopefully by next year I'll have a fully finished. If not, that's okay. So Pam and Steph have a segment, gold and silver. They shout out the golden and silver floss tubers, and Pam reminds us that it's from the Girl Scouts theme. The gold is a friends that you have, you keep, and the silver is new friends you make. I decided I'll do it for my patterns. I always buy new one and I start a new one, but I thought like I'll do gold and silver for my pattern. I hope they don't mind I'm using their analogy or idea. But so what I'm doing, I'm using very old pattern that I have it in my stash. And I loved it, I bought it, but I never got around using them. Then I'm also using, stitching the new ones that I'm very excited about. So those are my older patterns that I had forever. So that's finished. Oh, in my garage cleaning, I found a whole bunch of treasure, older patterns that in one point I thought, oh, they were too old and I was gonna sell it. And I guess I packed it with my pattern, finishes, and they're not the finishes. I have just patterns that I decided I'm not gonna stitch. A lot of them are fancy dad patterns. And I was gonna sell it and I forgot about them. Then when we were cleaning, I found a whole bunch of my older patterns that are now vintage. And so you guys gonna see a lot of inclusion of older pattern stitching because I fell in love back with my, I don't know, this taste goes and comes back. So that's it. The second one I finished is Bent Creek Uber Egg. Last time I was up to here. So now I finished it. A couple of things. I did not put the cheek. I'm using a 40 count. I'm using my own buttons and beads. Beads are not called for. And my own colors. And I have this. Even for 40 count, it's huge. The chick on top was adorable, but I didn't want it to use, I don't know, for the egg, I didn't thought it needed it. So, but I did love the chick. So what I did, I stitched that leftover fabric, the chick, as a scissor fob. And the same fabric, so I put one of the flowers from the bottom, I got it, put it back there, and for the front I put this. So instead of the chick standing right on top of the egg, it's gonna be companion piece for my scissor, and I think it's adorable. You can use it as I can use it as an ornament too. It doesn't have to be scissor fob, but the reason I have longer the lace, no, trim, is because I was thinking of doing a scissor fob. So Uber egg and with a scissor fob. Oh, that's a fully finished. So I do have a new fully finished too. Does it count if it's this tiny? It's still stitched on the same murky fabric, murky sea fabric from Extrude Design. This color is for me. It was ideal for Easter stitching, bright neon colors on it. They were popping. So I thought it was a great choice for Easter stitching. Then, let's see. I have another finish. Well, that's one too. Let me see. Third finish is Mary Motesh. It is from Needlework Press, and I stitched this on 40 count Nirvana by Needle and Flax, DMC floss 1/2 brain freeze. Okay, and we have Mary Motesh. Let me see. Is this easier this way, or? I'm trying to see which way is better. I love this one stitching. I'll bring it closer. First, I tried to do 1/1 half stitch. Did not like that part, so after I finished it a couple of days ago, I went back and I did 1/1 full stitch. Because it's DMC, the floss is thinner. I think with the silk, it would 1/2 stitch would have been better. Another thing, 2 stitches low on the leaf. It has to be 2 stitches up. Other than that, everything is perfect. Well, this is perfect like this too. So this is Mary Motesh, Needle and Flax linen by Needlework Press. At one point, I couldn't find this pattern, but it is available. Since then, I paid the regular $18 price. It is not out of print, or at least I think. It was easily available for me to find it online store. I love this girl. Oh, funny story. I was gonna say it. So I showed my daughter. I'm like, look, I finished this. And she goes like, oh, that's so pretty. She must be from 1830s. I'm like, how on earth did you know that? She sews on her off time as a relaxation after school or whatever. She sews clothing and she sews period clothing. And she goes like, Mom, look at the arms. It is 1830s. And I didn't even read it. Then I went back and I read the designer's description. They don't have exactly the date of the stitching because the girl did not date it, but it was saying that from the clothing and everything design style, it is 1836. So she was 6 years off. Or no, they were saying approximately. So she was right. I'm like, wow. I know some people are reproduction samplers. They don't add anything. Some people personalize it. I am in a camp for myself. I do like to stitch the way the original is, but I do like to sign and date. At least lately I'm doing that for my new pieces, because look at this. Mary Motesh designer said she could not find the year. It would have been nice if, I don't know, 200 years from now, if it's not thrown away, someone will look at it and see the date when it was stitched. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. So my third finish, and I have to put away. I have a lot of stuff and not enough area to wiggle. My last finish is a fancy lady. It is, let me just get the paper to find what I'm reading. June Bach NC 310. I stitched this on 32 count linen by Picture This Plus. The linen name is Jazz. This is a Belfast linen. Belfast, like I said it last time, also means 32 count, and there's a name for 28. Casual is 28. So each count has a, like, you can say with the number, or you can say Belfast linen. Stitchers will know it's a 32 count, or if I say casual linen, stitchers will know that it's a 28 count linen. So this is 32 count Belfast linen by Picture This Plus Jazz, and I finished it. Let's see. Ta-da! She is adorable. Really, I could have put two of them if I put if I measured it correctly, but I didn't. If you're thinking of stitching a fancy lady, it has only one treasure and one bead and one metallic, and everything else is DMC. It's much more affordable and faster to stitch, and you get an instant satisfaction of finishing. Let me show it like this. So over here, the treasure, I put this floss to touch it. I don't like it. I'm gonna take it off and put invisible thread. This is the only place, I don't like to use my finger. This is the only place I use the metallic, that's all. And this is the only color seed beads. So I could have technically used the 40 count and just changed to Delica beads, because this is a size, I want to say 11, size 11 Mill Hill beads, which is bigger, but if you go size 15 or Delica, small Delica beads, it would fit 40 count. At least in my experiment with I'm not guaranteeing, I'm just saying when I use it on a 40 or 36 count, and if I go size 15, it does work for me. And she's one of the newer fairies. I did initial it and dated it, but it's, I do petite, 1/1. So, June Bach by Nora Corbett, and a finish. Okay, so let me just start with my, show my new starts. And the first one is, oh yeah, so last video I showed the potential starts. So two of them, the fancy tree, Easter tree, and this one showed as I'm thinking, and I did start and finish that one, and I started this one. Eggs Alla Around by Glendon Place. I hate this forever. For me, it's very hard to, I'm very parched today, I apologize. For me, it's very hard to start. So that's why I have a lot of starts, because once I start, I know I'm gonna finish it. The fabric I was questioning, it was the correct one. So I got it from 1 to 3 Stitch, the fabric, and usually, if that called for fabric, which was 28 count crystallized casual linen, Picture This Plus, they did not have it. There is a button underneath, it says substitute, potential substitute linen. I think that's what I purchased it, which was 28 count Joblin. What is the name of it? This is the this is the fabric I chose. So I think it was, so the size was good because it has a lot of beads and craning. Yeah, those are size 11 beads, and it says 9 or 10 of them, plus 9 cranings, which is even size 4 is very big. The another thing is I got the pack. As you can see, the picture shows, if you look at the leaves, it's variegated leaves. But the pack that I got, it gave me 2 Gloriana, no, Dinky Dyes. Dinky Dyes silk. It came with the pattern, the kit. And it's not variegated. It's very beautiful. But if you decide to stitch, which I am, I will not get this variegation. And this one is because I think it's longer, 8 meters. And the one that is asked for is a spring grass, 4 skeins of spring grass, gentle arts. So this is the one in the picture is a spring grass, but for the kit comes with the Dinky Dyes. It's beautiful, but there's no variegation. At first I was like, what's going on? I got the whole kit. Why am I not getting the same effect that I'm supposed to? Well, now we know. Let me I only have this, I started middle. I did count. I am correct, but I did start it from the middle. See the light, I'm doing afternoon, so the light comes differently. In the morning light I like better, but I usually prefer natural light over the lamp lights. So I started from the middle, and it starts from the specialty stitch. So I had to do craning first and do the specialty stitch, and the first round is all beads. And then I put in this is the small eggs, then I have the big eggs. So I'll have 2 inch from the sides. From top and bottom I have more, but from the sides I have extra 2 inches. The bright colors is still pastel-y, but the bright colors will come later. Let me see. And I do mark it because I want all my stitches to go same way. I put a small X at the top, salvage area, so I know where I'm going. So I did this, and this, I think. This one was into separate pages, so this was on the cutoff page. Easiest one was this. So yeah, I started it Easter this year. I'm doing good with my plans. Easter All Around by Glendon Place. This is really 2011, really old. I'm not saying I got it 2011. I think I got it after 2015, 16. I want to say that time. So even if the Dinky Dyes at that time, I tend to, when I buy kits, which is not smart, not check if all the things are in there, especially if I'm buying from a seller bond. It's not even seller's thing, you know, like if I checked it before, I would have realized that, hey, it says this Dinky Dyes, which I was happy when I saw it. It says the silks. Maybe even the seller said it, but I don't remember. But I still like it, and it's my hair is doing funny stuff. It's still beautiful. I don't mind, because if it's not variegated, so I can go, I prefer to stitch like this. I'll show it on this guy. I like to go up down with the color. I don't like to go this way, but if it's variegated, a lot of times I have to cross each stitch, and I have to go this way, side to side. But my preferred is from bottom up, down, one leg up, then I'll do all the legs down. That's my preferred stitching way, and I think my stitches look better when I do it that way. The second one is a stitch along. I thought like, oh, I'm gonna start from beginning, which I tried. Canada store sells it. I think it's going to be available afterwards if you're not interested buying it. This is the shop and the fabric color name 40 count. Tabby cat, right? Yeah. So it does say on the paper that if I get 40 count, I'm gonna have only 2-inch margins on the top and bottom. On the sides, I have enough more, probably 3. Yeah, but top and bottom, it only gives me 2. So I had to count to start the correct way, and I started it this way. Okay, because when I stitch, it's this side. When I show it, it's this side. So I started this top corner. I think the stitch along is on the Facebook, and I am thinking they already done this part. So I'm just starting it. So I have this part. But start is a start. On Johnson at 1832. So I'm not really concentrating on this one because, excuse me, because I want a furnace. I have another hands across the seat. She is my focus piece. I'm gonna show it in a little bit, but I do wanna work on it. Would be fantastic if I finish with the stitch along. If not, I'll finish it on my own. This is the part I loved. Is this specialty? No, regular. I thought they were like a satin stitch, but they're regular. This part. The house, there's no filling. Oh, I was gonna say it. This pattern has a lot of uneven stitches, like 1 up, 2 sideways and stuff. Like inside the house, the windows, they are not X's. Well, they are uneven X's. So one string of floss goes up to sideways 1.5, if it makes sense. So it has a lot of off stitches. We have to be careful when you're stitching to read it, because if you miscalculate or miscount because you go 1/2, you're gonna make mistakes. So there's a lot of counting, even though there's not a lot of negative space, but there's also a lot of counting. Oh, and I am stitching with the code for DMC Floss. After all the speech, let me show you guys my start. So this is the code for fabric. Do I have a board? No, I don't. The fabric is a little bit darker than it shows, but it is. Let me just get closer. So this is the mama bird with her 2 babies, and one is jumping on the branch. There's a couple more on the branches over here. I have to stitch everything then go forward because there's a lot of off count stitches, like I said, at 1/2 stitch and stuff. If I jump around, I'm gonna miscount. So I'm gonna like just finish all the branches and the birds, then work my way down to finish that row. And just to show you guys, I did count 2 inches here, and it goes right over there, 2 inches. So it has barely enough space. So if I did count it, if I don't count correctly, I am gonna run out of space. So this is my new start, hands across the sea. Did I say the name? I think I did, didn't I? Ann Johnson. Traditional stitches. So I just ordered a month ago and it was available. So I don't know. After I order it and I have the pattern, I don't go back and look for it. So if you guys are liking the pattern, probably check with the designer. I mean the store. I'm trying to see which one. Okay. I have this one, Plum Street Sampler. My pattern is a little bit more tattered. I am using the paper pattern. I'm not using PDFs. Last year I started it, then the holiday stitching. When it comes to autumn, Halloween, and winter stitching, I cannot do anything else. So in those seasons, October, November, December, I exclusively stitch those two seasons. So whatever is started last year and I didn't finish it before the season starts, I can. So right now, this is my next time when I update. This is my goal to show you guys a finish. I was actually working on it, but when my kid had to go volunteer, the other one had to go, I'm like, okay, this is the time to make a FLosstube. I don't know when else I can do it. And this is it. Oh, did I say the name? Miss the Beekeeper. She is adorable. And FYI, this is the reason this pattern combination with this fabric is the reason I am crazy about this fabric. It's 36 count winter. See, I know it, and it's the FLosstube brain. 36 count winter brew linen by R&R Reproduction. And this is, if you're tired end of the day, your brain is not computing easily, this patterns, and you want to try plum street sampler, because a lot of plum street samplers have 1/1. This one doesn't. It says limited color, really easy to follow, and the fabric made it like my stitchings are going through like a butter. So I totally, like, this is 2 days. The lady and the border, I hate it. The pot, the flowers, 2 days of stitching. And I'm not saying like whole day of stitching, but 2 days, stitchy days. It goes fast. Even though it looks big, it's very sparse, and like the pot is one color. And it's called for, by the way, I should have said, I am using cold for floss if I have it. If not, I'm doing the cold for DMC substitution, which designer is very gracefully, forgot the words, give it to us generously. That's the substitution too. A lot of designers do that. Nowadays, a lot of designers, they give you silk, they give you hand-dyed floss substitution, or more affordable DMC, which I tend to use all 3 of them. Oh yeah, so let me just bring it closer. Oh, I did add this lighter red over the hard darker color, just to match with my flowers. The pattern says only the dark one, and hopefully I'll have a finish next time. It is a small one, but I'm gonna frame it. I love this one. Oh, this is a whip, so I can put it back. I don't wanna. And I am also working my last month. Did I work on it? I might have, I don't know. I'm calling this a Greek sampler. It's from the red box of her birthday red box. I have the first red box. I don't have the second one from her first red box patterns. It is a Greek sampler, but the name is this one. And I'm using, what am I using? I'm working on it right now, huh? Let me just pull it down. 40 count Taiko linen. Picture this plus. And I'm using 103 silk. What I'm doing, I'm going row and a border, because border is super repetitive. It's gonna drive me crazy if I leave it all at the end. Also, very small one. I decided I'm gonna try to finish it before. First I was saying like, oh, every month I'll do a row and stuff, but if my mood strikes, I think I just want to finish it. And because that box has a couple of it, there's a French alphabet I want to really start, and there's a couple of them from there was the tour of Europe, so that was the box name, birthday, I forgot the name, but so it's all European countries alphabets. So I want to finish this one to start a couple more. So let's see. On my fancy Ziploc, I have to put it to another bag. I do have it, but I forget. Stone Roses, MD17. So you can imagine it's one of her oldest ones, and this one is still available. Is this the special? Well, I don't have it. 2015 or 2018, they reprinted a lot of out of prints. So this might have been reprinted once. So there's two different styles for this pattern. And let me just show you guys what I've done. I'm working on 28 count Lugana. Is it Lugana? Let me see. Monaco. I used to do this Monaco. I got it from eBay seller, and I have this much. I'll finished, let me see, all of this area, and I frogged the Cold for Floss silks are very light. I'll show it next time. So this one is out of my own stash. It's a water lily also, but it is darker, and the darker one, it says 2 water lilies it's asking, but it's asking too light. And when I stitched over here, I was kind of discouraged because it blended in with the dress. But once I took out the old one, so the darker one that is given, the darker of 2 water lilies for this, I used it as the lighter one over here. And for the darker one, I used one of my other water lilies, which is much darker. So I subbed it. One of the water lilies, the lightest color, I omitted it. So this one has a lot of frogging done too. Not only have I stitched on it, I also frogged quite a bit of the silk. But I do like the results. This is already at the bottom, the roses. Okay, so it's a weird choice of pattern for me to start to stitch, right? I'm also a little bit of I like sci-fi. I like I'm a big fan of the ones are Voyager, the Star Trek, and Star Wars, yeah, but Star Trek more so, and also Doctor Who, which is a British television series. But I like right now I'm watching Doctor 9, then I'm gonna watch season 9. Like each season, the Doctor regenerates, and I think in the season 10, I'm rewatching it. There is an episode that really, really scared me, and I love it. And it's the Weeping Angels, Stone Angels. Weeping Angels is the name, but they're stone angels, and they are white, beautiful sculptures. But when the main characters don't look at them, they move. So they are aliens. Anyways, it's a sci-fi thing. So this girl, this sculpture reminds me of the Weeping Angel. So forever for me, I'm stitching Doctor Who's Weeping Angel. It's beautiful. Even if you don't like the movie, I think it's beautiful once it's done. So I cannot wait to go to her face. At first I was like, oh, 28 count, but I kind of am glad I'm doing on 28 count because, I don't know, it's a stone angel and stuff. It big is okay. So that's a lot of tacking for one pattern. A lot of work done for this one, and let's see what else. And this is my last last whip, not last update. What the hell? Oh, last update whip. I'm not starting it, so you guys have to understand what I meant. Elizabeth Furness, 1836 by Hands Across the Sea samplers. I'm working little by little. This time I finished the house and the ladies' side. I finished this bird and this bucket. So next time either I'm gonna work on these two And the angel, I think, did I don't know, this angel is new too. So next time either I'm gonna work on these two or a border. And also I wanna put a little bit of 1/1 because I'm not crazy about 1/1 stitching, but they look beautiful. No further ado, oh my god, I cannot show these big ones. I should choose smaller patterns so I can show. Elizabeth Furnace. Okay, I'm doing on my phone, so phone I have less screen. I will bring it closer, not put it on a hot chocolate because that would not be good. And finish the house, the side of the lovebirds, the other big bird on top of the tree, and the bucket over here. So I worked this area. And I'm hoping I'll do some of the border and 1/1 next time. So next time my stitching might be a little bit more boring than usual because I'm gonna do 1/1 and borders. I'm trying to show it, but I don't know. All right, and that's all my works in progress. I did some shopping, and if you guys are uncomfortable with the shopping and stuff, I know market happened. This is it. I don't have any more patterns to show, but I do want to show a couple of, I'm not always going to have this kind of thing because I'm trying to cut down too, but it's interesting. I might still show my stash, but not market purchase. So let's start. I did two shoppings. One is from Lindy Stitches. And from Lindy Stitches, she was doing the videos and her videos were so awesome. I decided to shop from her shop just because of her videos. I think she's very amazing. Is that English? Amazing person, and I don't know. I just enjoy her FLosstubes. So I went to her shop and I got Blackbird designs that I love more strong. I'm not gonna go through it once I kit it up because on May I'm gonna do Blackbird Mania. I might kit it up then. I'll show you inside of the patterns. It has 3 patterns, but it's motifs from this one. Let's see. I'm just buying the Blackbirds. This one is Moments of the Glad Grace. If you guys seen me not stitching Blackbird this or next episode, it's because I'm kind of collecting my energy to do the whole month and a half of Blackbirds. So I'm trying to not get tired of it. I'm gonna start those. And I got these 2 only. I have other crackers too. I did not get the mouse at that time, but I might get it later. Oh, I should say the names. It's Miss Hazel and Miss May. Only those 2, but because I was in her shop, I thought I should support the designer too. I got this one. It's not from the market, but it was from her shop, and during the market shopping I did Wandering Sheep. And with that, she also had it on the side. Of course, she had that scissor. It's not like, it's just matching scissor. I don't think it's very practical, but I thought it's cute. So I got this matching scissor to work on my sheep stuff, and I like this kind of scissors. Then I was like, I like that scissor. I wanted the silver one, but she was out of it. And I also got, what is it? Lindy Stitches, Autumn Stroll. She had that one. I'm gonna do on 40 count. I have a plan for that. And with that, she had on the side optional this scissors. So we got this one. It's an owl, I know, but she sold it. So with it, I thought it was cute. And I got couple of hands across, no, not hands across the sea, heartstring samplery. So this is a bee, this is a butterfly, and this is a sheep. I do, and she sent a free pattern. I do stitch long dark samplers mostly, or like one color red samplers. I do think for those this kind of floss minders, I forgot how to speak. Anyways, I got it for those. I don't know what's going on. I need to eat food. All right. And also, I do think this is people gonna start a stitch along. I'm really bad at stitch along, but I will attempt it. But I did like the pattern. I already finished the autumn one. I have the bee one, and while I got it from the designer shop, Etsy, I end up getting this one too from the designer. I felt like if I'm in her shop, I should get both. Let's see. I got this from Fat Quarter Shop, and I signed up for the monthly. The first month I thought it's gonna come, but they didn't send it. So I end up going 1 2 3 Stitch and buying the first month, but I'm not sure if they're gonna send it again. If they do, this coral one, so I'll have 2 of them if they do send it. But I think I should have bought the first month. I'm not sure, that's why they didn't send it. But if they do, I'll have 2 of them. I'll just give it away. I 1 2 3 Stitch, I got this. Been wanting that for a while. And these 2 girls. I did purchase these 2 patterns. They're cardstock, and they were $3. They were on clearance on 1 2 3 Stitch, so I got it. I don't know if I'm gonna stitch it, but I thought it's good for my collection. And this Nerd Hoop, I haven't tried this one before. It has this rubbery thing, but I thought I'll try it. And also printed this one. This is free, by the way. It's Lila Studio. In her website, she just puts it, so you don't have to screenshot it. Just go to her website, click on her picture, printed better one, Lila Studio, and she just gave it for free. Flag bearer. So those are my new acquired items. Is that how you say it? Haul and market haul. That's what I'm gonna call it, market haul. And let me see, 2 more things. For the plants, next time I might not have a lot of them, but I'm gonna start this. I do have the fabric. Picture this class 40 count truffle. I have also the bunny. I lost it, but I'm gonna look for it. What else? I've been wanting to start this. I think it's a good opportunity. Easter Fairy. Those are all gonna be starts. I just need to find the middle, put the floss together. That's harder than for me than start stitching, because I wanna just pick up and start stitching. A lot of times if I have not started, I'm not stitching them. And finally, I'm gonna start this one, but this one I'm gonna stitch on 32 count, because do you see that big lion charm? And it says 1/1. It won't fit on a smaller count, so this is gonna be on 32 count, and it has so much floss tied to it, so I need to finish this so I can use the floss or stuff. And it's been with me forever. All right, we don't need to see those 2. All right, so like I said, I was going through my husband was, and we found a whole bunch of ornaments that I finished long time ago. From the finished style, you can see it's old. All right, I have not used them, but I don't know. I don't know the style. Maybe I'll take it off, but it's easy. Like I can just take off these bows. I use Swarovski crystals. I do feel like it's 25 count. Oh, I want to say this is Lizzie Kate. I'm just gonna put it aside and I'll clean up. Not everything is Easter. There is a mixture of everything. I think this is Prairie Schooler. So I guess I was into finishing in one point. No, not Swarovski. The Russian eggs. I think, I don't know the name, but it says 4 of them. And I think I have 2 of them. I have restitched it. I have also, oh, this is on linen. I have also stitched not finished in my other pile. So I guess in one point I was thinking of giving it as a gift, then I stopped middle of it. Let me just put this first. This is the blue egg. So each egg has different looks. They are beautiful. Just the style. Val stuff. I think this is Val stuff. 14 count Ida. Long time ago. I'm gonna drink a little more. This is Lizzie Kate. It says April, so I can use it. See, April. Yeah, it's from the monthlies, 14 count. So most of them are 14 count. I'm not gonna say each one 14 count, because that's the most available pattern. I mean, fabric I had at that time. It goes back early 2000s. Lizzie Kate also. Oh, it has a cute tiny charm. Let's see. JW. She has a series, she has eggs, she has things. So I guess I used to stitch a lot of her one color ones. JBW. Also JBW. I don't even have the patterns anymore. I might, I don't know. I'm going fast because at this point I don't know if people are watching or if it's I have shown before. For that reason I'm just going through, but I'm still keeping it. So it's now sharing time. You guys can see what I was into like early 2000s or mid 2000s. I'm pretty sure it's Lizzie Kate because I was obsessed with her designs. Like I stitched almost every single thing that she had. Lizzie Kate. I gave it away a lot of them. That's why I'm restitching it. And I forgot that I had all of this. So I will not be stitching those. Like this one, I think the bows is more early 2000s. So what I can do is the buttons are from the kit and everything, right? I can just take it out. I like the fabric too. I can use both of them and make a pillow. I might just do that. Probably it's 28 count. I don't know designer, but it's cute. Shepherd's bush. I know from the style it's a shepherd's bush. This one I want to say Bent Creek. I guess I did a stand up on 18 count. Feels like it's a little bit too big, but I guess at that time I thought that's what the style was probably. So it's Bent Creek. Imagine if I can make a small pillow or something. For now I'm just gonna put it away because maybe in 20 years they will come back, this style. I don't know. Certainly this one would have been better off as a pillow, but I did as a door hanger probably. Those are Swarovski crystals. I was into those too. I remember, yeah, at one point I was buying Swarovski crystal, all the colors and stuff. And let's see, we have July. Lizzie Kate. I feel like everybody has to know Lizzie Kate. That's why I'm not saying every time. Lizzie Kate. Would have been nice pillow, huh? For the, anyway. Lizzie Kate. And I did ornament. A lot of them I can just take off the bow. I think bow is outdated because early 2000s or something. I don't know. Lizzie Kate. And this is how I did it. Lizzie Kate. Prairie Schooler. I did on a 10 count. I guess I wanted very large. This to come out very large because I did it, and I did 3/1. 10 or 11 count. It looks huge. Look at the fabric. Yeah, it's a Prairie Schooler. I know that one. I have this one. Even this one I made into ornament. Lizzie Kate again. I used all my own colors. I have this. I'm not even gonna take off the plastic. Lizzie Kate again. So this is one container. Let me just, I think it's interesting sometimes go through. I want one day to, not all because I cannot do all at one time. I have 3 containers of smalls and mediums. There are boxes, and I have a couple of hangers of large ones. So I think slowly I wanna go through them as we watch, all of us, and see my craziness. And you guys can understand why I'm not decorating everything, because if I do it, even the ceiling has to be cross stitched because I do stitch a lot and I am a fast stitcher. So I try to enjoy the process and not concentrate everything to have it on my walls. I think this one is outdating the flower. I don't know, but I try to match this. I don't know, but if you make it, if I take it off, make it into, like it says, a black fabric, make it into pillow. It says a prim look. This is the one that outdates it. Oops, sorry. It's not Lizzie Kate. Bent Creek? No. Hard in Hand? I cannot remember, but it's not Lizzie Kate. I know this is Bent Creek. Bent Creek. This is Shepherd's Bush. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at it. It's all the clay buttons and everything. Maybe I can frame it, some of this, like this one. If I take it off and put it in a small frame, that's what I'm going for now. I like framed stuff. That was Shepherd's Bush. Yes, it was. Oh my. This one's, I'm not even gonna show it. I think I have to throw those away. They're being damaged. Shepherd's Bush. And I used to put puddings and acid-free mats, so they have survived well because of the way I used to finish it. I always done it, I don't know, for some reason. I used to do it for other people, like I would take orders. So a lot of them have padding and acid-free mats. They're 20 years and I can easily say it looks new. The only outdated part is the fabric. But a lot of people use fabrics, I do nowadays too. JBW. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't take it seriously, everything I say. It's just showing up pretty stuff. I'm just saying stuff that I'm thinking right now. It might change my mind. So I don't want people to feel like, oh, this is what she said. She doesn't like Aida. I do like I stitch on Aida. It's just for fun. This whole channel is supposed to be for fun. All right. It looks like Thanksgiving one. I know this designer, but I forgot the name. I know this one. It's Bent Creek. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, I think a lot of them, if I take off this, I am gonna take off this if I ever want to display it. Oh. Easily I can, like, it's hand-dyed floss and everything. I can just, and the backing fabric is pretty good. I think it's the bow. And I can make a pillow out of them. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I did satin stitch. I should have done 2/1. I did 1/1. Oh, it's the light is going. Shepherd's bush. I have the ones with the hats and stuff. I want to stitch those. I had them for a long time. Lizzie Kate. Lizzie Kate. I think I colored this fabric myself, or my daughter helped me. Lizzie Kate. That's cute. 14 count, most of them. Some of them are linen, but Lizzie Kate. Oh my God, I stitched this. I forgot I had it. I have stitched this before. Then I forgot I misplaced it and I stitched it before. So this thing has been stitched 3 times. I think some people are gonna get a Nevermore pillows for gifts. Lizzie Kate, this would be better as a pillow. I think I'm gonna redo it as a pillow. Lizzie Kate. This was a bonus pattern inside one of her witch series. Lizzie Kate. Oh, look at the fabric I chose. This is so adorable. Actually, it matches perfect. Prairie Schooler. Oh, this one I finished last year on the other fabric, and I put this skeleton on the big sampler. I forgot I even stitched that. I stitched a lot. Lizzie Kate. I should keep it a little bit. People do tell me I don't keep long time, but I guess I don't. Oh, this one is pretty modern. I should keep it. I put this over here. It got loosened up. But this is Lizzie Kate. This is pretty modern. I don't know what I'm talking about. I use this fabric. Oh, can easily put it on my tree. A lot of them I can just take off the bows. I think I'm being too picky right now. Lizzie Kate. Now you see why I don't stitch a lot of big smalls, because I run out of space, and probably I stitch all my smalls. Lizzie Kate. Hard in hand, I think. Either Bent Creek or hard in hand. I want to go hard in hand. One or the other. All right, I think this is a lot of sharing I did today. Thank you guys for allowing me to go through my older nostalgia patterns and designs and finishes. I do hope you guys like this kind of content, and if you do, please like and share. That helps out a lot with my channel to reach other cross stitchers that might be interested the content, the way I make the content. And also, if you like this kind of content, the style, if you like and share my content or subscribe, it also algorithms will suggest you contents that others like mine are showing, so you might discover more the style that you like. that's it. Thank you so much. Please check it out. All the people that I'm gonna, if I don't put it immediately, please check back. I'm gonna put everybody who has ever mentioned, not ever because I cannot go back 2 years, but I'm gonna make a large list. Thank you everybody, all the creators, all the FLosstubers, all the Instagram people that have mentioned and helped my channel and me feel welcome. I do appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoy it and have a happy, wonderful Easter. I will see you after Easter. Bye guys.